Hello, welcome back to my corridors. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my corridors. This is just gonna be quickie. I'm gonna share just like a mini story time of some of the more local gigs I've been to. And yes, I count the Eyehategod one as a local one because they were in Starkville. It's about an hour away from me. It's not too far from where I live, so yes. So the first one will be False Gods, and that's the third time I've seen False Gods. And those guys are so cool. They're sludge metal from New York. Such nice guys, and they remember me and they love me, and they're so cool. And my interview with False Gods is already on my channel. If y'all have not seen it, go check it out. Those guys are really cool. It was at a house. It was a house show, meaning it was at somebody's house. And those are kind of tricky to deal with because sometimes you'll get noise complaints, and that ended up happening later on, but I'll get into that later. It was Face Rot, Exorcism, and Measureless Aeons that opened up for False Gods. And it was a fun time. I'm glad I got to see a lot of my friends, and they made me feel so good. And all my friends really care about me, and they've been really caring about me ever since I lost Ivy and Hazel. And I have kudzu still, but I'm still in the grieving process. So during False Gods set, that's when the cops showed up. I guess there was a noise complaint in the neighborhood. Oh gosh, and it was also raining outside. It was only like a little sprinkle, wasn't bad, but yeah, the cops were showing up, and False Gods was playing, and they couldn't hear us, so we were all like waving our hands in the air like, hey, hey, stop the music, the cops are here. So thankfully it was just one complaint. It wasn't too bad, but we were just worried because we were getting noise complaints from that, and the cops showing up, just that's when things got real. But thankfully it was okay, and the guys couldn't play for very long because of that, so it wasn't as enjoyable as I wanted to. And I'm sad because there's not many places to play nowadays since the Sunflower Oven closed. And I'm thinking, couldn't they get a gig at Hal and Mal's or something? But I guess maybe I just don't understand. But yeah, that was kind of crazy. But yeah, they also had long sleeve shirts, and I got one, and it's so comfy, and I love it. And the next one was Eyehategod. It was actually the day after I saw False Gods the third time. My favorite time I saw False Gods was the second time when they opened up for Eyehategod, but this was my second time seeing Eyehategod, and I know I vlogged the experience, and the vlog for the adventure in Starkville is up on my channel already if you hadn't watched it. Eyehategod was way better the second time because I didn't have people cutting in front of me while I was trying to talk to the members, and it was mainly younger people there. They looked to be around my age or younger, so it kind of made me feel better. Because it was like mainly older, middle-aged people at the first time I saw them in Jackson, and they were all kind of douchey. So yeah, I looked at the merch table, but I didn't buy anything because their merch guy is a douchebag, and I know his name too. His name is Zach. I didn't want to be around grumpy old Zach, so I didn't buy any merch. Not only is he their merch guy, he's the booker, and he's universally a douchebag, so yeah. And I chatted with people, and there were people having booths outside the show, and both Mike Nine Williams and Jimmy Bauer appear in the vlog. And I also got a picture with their bassist, and I was high as a kite. And let me just, before y'all thinking, oh, I'm doing drugs, marijuana's been decriminalized here in Mississippi, so I am not doing anything illegal, just note. But I was high on pot, so it's pretty funny, and you can easily tell. And it's just, I'm stupidly high. I'm not gonna be drunk, but I am gonna be high on camera. So yeah, once you smoke it, you can never go back. But anyway, Jimmy Bauer remembered me, and I was so flattered that he did, and I'm so glad he did. I can't even believe it. He remembered me from the last time when I chatted outside with him, and I got a picture with him. He was so cool. Gosh. Mike did not remember me because he's seen so many people, but that's okay, and I kind of expected that. But I got him to appear in the vlog, and I told them both I was a YouTuber, and Mike even offered, because I told him that I interview bands. Mike even offered to one day, hit him up for a Skype interview, and actually, I'm okay with that. Maybe one day I'll do that when I can. So if I can get Mike Nine Williams of Eyehategod to be in an interview, that would be cool. And he hugged me goodbye, and Mike initiated the hug. And that just, it made me feel good. He was so nice. They're all so nice. It was Skin Graph, their band metal from Tupelo, Sludge Lung, which I thought they broke up. They're from Starkville, but they decided to play one last time because Eyehategod specifically asked Sludge Lung to open up for them, because I guess they were so good the last time, because Sludge Lung opened up for them the first time I saw Eyehategod in Jackson, and this was in Starkville, and Sludge Lung is from Starkville, and I guess they just wanted to play one last time, and they couldn't say no to opening up for Eyehategod, so that was pretty cool. And then Slow Hole, they're female fronted, and they're also from New Orleans, and they're pretty cool. Definitely go check out Slow Hole. I didn't really get a chance to look at their merch, but I did listen to them, and they're really good. But yeah, the second time I saw Eyehategod was way more pleasant than the first time. I mean, I'm not saying the first time was bad or anything, it's just, I just didn't like those guys cutting in front of me when I was trying to talk to Mike 9, and I just didn't like that there were just so many douchey people there. So maybe it was just bad luck, but anyway, second time was the better time, and I'm so happy. It really made up for the first time. Yeah. The last one is Suicide Forest. They're black metal from Arizona, and I bought one of their CDs. They're really good. Were the depressing black metal, and Exorcism and Vampiric Coffin opened up for them. I knew about Vampiric Coffin, but I didn't really sit down to listen to them, because I did meet one of their members at the Sunflower Oven. Only one of their members performed from Vampiric Coffin. I guess the other guys were doing something, but anyway, I got to see Brody, and I chatted with him and hugged him, and that was it was at the End of All Music, the record store, because I've mentioned it several times on my channel, and there's a pin on my vest for them. Yeah, all the bands were good, and there was corpse paint going on, and I didn't get any Suicide Force merch. They also gave me some stickers, but no, this CD's really good. I'll have to listen to more of them. They're really, their goal is to also tour, just like Haywire, tour all 50 states, including Alaska and Hawaii, and that's really cool. I didn't think a lot of people would want to do that, but yeah, that's actually a really cool goal, is to explore all 50 states. That's a bucket list goal. But anyway, and Brody told me, because his favorite band is Opeth, and he got to see Opeth in New Orleans. He told me how he went after the show. I guess he heard gunshots because it was in New Orleans, so that's the typical NOLA night, is hearing gunshots. I chatted with Tristan. He's the older brother of Owen from Rabid Venom and Exorcism. Y'all should probably know who he is by now, Owen. But yeah, no, Tristan is a year younger than me, and I chatted with him. I told him that I lost Ivy and Hazel, and he was so understanding and so cool, and he told me that if I'm thinking I'm such a bad mom, then that really means that I was a good mom. He's in a band. He's the drummer for Fun Destroyer. That band has my friend Brandon and Adam from Chief City. So they just started, and they're cool. They gave me a bunch of their stickers. And I love Tristan. He was the one holding the camera when I interviewed Chief City, and he was so sweet. He offered to walk me to my car because I parked kind of away from the store. He walked me to my car, and we chatted, and he's just so sweet. I love him so much, and he hugged me goodbye and told me to go home safe. So yeah, that made me feel good. Anyway, it was just a little quick 3. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, whatever. I'll see y'all later, and stay metal.